Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
5 crashes in the span of 20 minutes. This was the scene this morning on I-94 in Fargo as drivers rear-ended others and traffic backed up. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Your loved ones are probably on their way home right now, driving into the same rush hour traffic you faced this morning. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric joins us and has more.
Slow-moving traffic backed up for miles. A bike and its rider a little banged up but fine, and people trying to get through to go to work. 5 crashes in 20 minutes from the Tri-Level all the way back to Veterans Boulevard.
The loop ramp traffic had slowed down, caused a slight delay on I-94, in which a motorcyclist rear-ended a SUV.
The North Dakota State Patrol says heavy traffic is normal during the 7 to 9 o'clock time period each morning. This was anything but an ordinary morning, however.
This time of year, we typically will get maybe 1-2 crashes throughout a morning here in the Fargo metro area, but and we usually see this many crashes on a winter day, not a nice fall day where the road conditions are perfect, really.
And it was just a domino effect. As traffic backed up, people kept hitting into drivers in front of them, further compounding the problem. Your best bet is just to stay alert and put down the distractions.
But a lot of it is there's different styles of drivers out there. Some people are aggressive and really know how to merge and accelerate in the acceleration lane. Some people are much more conservative.
And people pulling out onto the interstate and not getting up to speed can be just as dangerous. The other factor at play here early this morning, it was bright sunshine. It's clouded up now, but anyone heading eastbound on Interstate 94 was driving right into the sun, getting that sun glare that was blinding them. So what can you do in that situation? Well, AAA has a few tips. They recommend getting polarized sunglasses. That will reduce the amount of glare coming at you. They also recommend that you use your sun visors. That will cut down on the amount of light. And they also say make sure your windshield is clean both inside and out. We've put a link to those tips from AAA on our website. Just click on this story on valleynewslive.com. Reporting live in Fargo, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
All right, Bradford, all great tips. And despite the crashes, the sun made for some beautiful weather out there today. Will we stay for any of these outdoor activities tonight? Well, Hutch Johnson has that answer. He's standing by in the Weather Center. Hutch?
You know, this evening, Christine, is looking very quiet in the Southern Valley. We see on the radar a few hit and miss showers, but not everyone enjoying the sunshine that we did this afternoon. Look at this, Devil's Lake all the way up through the Northern Valley near Pembina. We're seeing some moderate to heavy showers of rain. No thunder and lightning or severe weather like we saw yesterday, but Devil's Lake all the way out towards Walhalla, up to the north and to the east into northwest Minnesota, seeing some scattered showers tonight, while we'll see sprinkles down to the south. The warmth is locked up in South Dakota, only some 60s for the Devil's Lake Basin right now, but here in Fargo we'll get to enjoy the 70s for the next hour or so. After that, cloudier, and overnight I think will bring the best chance of some sprinkles here in the FM area. I'll have hour-by-hour details on that. We'll have a look out for anyone wanting to tailgate for the big game that might be coming up this weekend here in the Fargo area. I'll have details.
Quite a few people who are interested in that.
I do too.
All right, thank you, Hutch. A woman has pleaded not guilty to an unusual robbery in Grand Forks District Court today. 31-year-old Shandy Como of East Grand Forks faces a Class C felony robbery charge after allegedly trying to steal her way to a pull tab winner. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us what happened.
It happened just after 10 o'clock Friday night at the El Rocco Bar in Grand Forks. According to court records, a gaming employee saw Shandy Como walk behind the pull tab station, open it, and grab a handful of pull tabs, around 15 to 20 of them. The gaming manager says that's when Como tried to leave the bar, but she was stopped by a doorman. That's when things got a bit ugly. The case file says Como handed over 5 pull tabs, but not the rest of them. Then, when she was confronted by the gaming employee, Como physically attacked her, hitting the gaming employee multiple times in the face with her hands. Then, Como left the bar with a man in a pickup. Employees got the license number of the vehicle, and East Grand Forks police arrested her at a residence. She was wearing the same clothes as captured by surveillance video at the bar. Police also confiscated multiple pull tabs from her purse as evidence. In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Now, if convicted of robbery, Como faces a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison. A preliminary hearing on the case is set for next month. 21-year-old Taylor Markle from Crookston, Minnesota, has been charged with trying to strangle his partner. According to court documents, Markle told police he came home drunk from the bar and got into an argument with his partner about his partner's drug use. Markle is facing domestic assault by strangulation and domestic assault charges. Governor Jack Dalrymple today activated the North Dakota National Guard to help law enforcement dealing with protests at the Dakota Access Pipeline project just south of Mandan. The move comes ahead of a court ruling expected on Friday. The Guard will promote public safety but won't be among the protesters. Instead, they'll patrol Highway 1806, which is open to traffic. The Guard's presence will free up the Morton County Sheriff and Highway Patrol officers to address complaints some residents are being harassed by people wearing masks.
We're all waiting on a court decision tomorrow. We'll continue our negotiations with the folks on Standing Rock and the leaders within that camp. We're trying hard to find a peaceful resolution to this after the court decision, but we will be here as long as we are needed.
The current plan is to have the Guard active through the weekend, but they are ready to serve as long as needed. The president at North Dakota State University ordered today that the school's alma mater will solely be the first stanza. Now, earlier this year, we told you that the school song was under review after what President Dean Brashani discovered what he called troubling matter in the lyrics. Brashani says the third verse contains a variety of cultural and ethnic references, specifically the line, "and the red man passes with him." If you search the NDSU website, you will now only find the first stanza, the yellow and the green. State health officials say suicides are on the rise in Minnesota. Numbers released by the Minnesota Department of Health show 726 suicides were reported in the state last year. Now that's up 6% from 2014. Suicides among men drove the increase. However, they decreased among Minnesota residents under the age of 25. A 14-year-old girl is dead today after a school shooting in Alpine, Texas. Shots were fired shortly before 9 this morning. Police say the girl died of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound after shooting another female student. That student was able to run outside to look for help with injuries that are not considered life-threatening. The motive of the shooting is unclear. During the incident, one federal officer's gun accidentally discharged, hitting another officer in the leg, but the extent of his injury has not yet been released. 5,300 people have been fired from Wells Fargo after millions of secret accounts were created without customers knowing about it since 2011. The phony accounts earned the bank unwarranted fees but allowed Wells Fargo employees to hit sales targets and receive bonuses. Consultants say bank employees opened up over 1.5 million deposit accounts that may not have been authorized. They say the employees moved funds from customers' existing accounts into newly created bank and credit card accounts. Employees submitted applications for over 565,000 credit card accounts. Our nation's capital is full of monuments and memorials. But there's one memorial, a little off the beaten path, that pays tribute to everyday Americans who were murdered in our country's worst terror attack on September 11th. 184 people lost their lives when terrorists slammed an American airline flight into the Pentagon. Jim Lachek lost his brother Dave in the building. He regularly visits the memorial dedicated to the victims. Benches facing the building represent the victims on the airplane, and the ones pointed away are those who died in the Pentagon. They're organized in order of birth year. The oldest victim, a 71-year-old retired Navy captain. The youngest, a 3-year-old girl.
5 children died in the attack. 2 little girls that were traveling with their mother and father to Australia, and then 3 kids from DC elementary schools that were traveling with their teachers with National Geographic. And those kids that were in school were 5th and 6th graders. So it's interesting to see kids that are 5th and 6th graders gravitate towards those benches.
Jim says there are more stories to tell, so he's helping to develop a plan for a new visitor education center, which he hopes will attract even more visitors. He hopes to raise $6 to $7 million for the visitor center. For more information on the plans and how you can donate, head to our website at valleynewslive.com. It's the first of its kind fair for downtown Grand Forks, and it kicks off tomorrow morning. 3rd and 4th Streets off Demers Avenue in downtown were blocked off today as crews began setting up for the event that's hoped to draw thousands of people. It runs all day Friday and Saturday with 20 different bands and performers on all different stages, along with all kinds of retail and food vendors. There is no admission charge to attend any of the performances.
We have our 2 stages. We have our United Valley Bank stage. That's considered our main stage, where Blind Joe, Boomtown Rhymeries, and Sean Emery are going to be. And then we have our Kids Avenue stage, where we're going to have more of kids acts. iHeartMedia is doing a lip sync contest for kids. There's going to be a puppet show.
There will also be dozens of food vendors. None of them will be selling the same items. All of it gets underway at 10 tomorrow morning. So if you'd like more information regarding the schedule of events and parking, we have a link to it online. Just head over to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Starting Monday, University Drive will be reduced to 1 lane between 1st and NP Avenues North. The closure is for a water service disconnect at a private building. The underground work is expected to take about 2 days, but the closure will be in place for about a week. And you can catch this week's Bison football matchup on KVLY as we kick off another year of Bison football coverage. Saturday's coverage begins at 1:30 as Alex Egan and Ryan Gellner get you set for kickoff with the Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show. And be sure to stick with us as Brian Shawn and Lee Timmerman are both back in the booth with sports director Beth Houle on the sidelines for this 2:30 p.m. kickoff between NDSU and Eastern Washington. Another retailer has announced the latest and greatest toys for the holidays. What's on the list? Still ahead tonight.
On average this date, we see 74 degrees in Fargo, so slightly warmer than average here. It does look like we have some cooler air heading our way, and I'll tell you where all that rain on the radar is going right after this.